September 19th, 2014. Here's a bit of news for your morning routine. Scotland's vote from yesterday looks to be against independence. The UK Prime Minister and financial markets are relieved. The UN reports that the global mortality rate for young children has fallen nearly in half, while new reports on Syria says the atrocities are too bad for words. Speaking of Syria, did you know 3.5 million people have left the country as refugees to the other countries in the region, causing a strain on the entire region for years now? And that's some of the news in the headlines, a little bit of news in the world. Ukraine has ratified an agreement to deepen ties with the European Union while granting autonomy to the East and asking the U.S. for military aid. The U.S. has granted 3,000 military to Liberia to combat Ebola, while Sierra Leone creates a nationwide lockdown to hopefully avoid the spread of the disease any further. The lowest number of uninsured people in the U.S. is right now the first since the 1990s, and that's some of the news in the headlines, a little bit of news in the world. So there's debate about Obamacare, but we have the lowest number of uninsured people. So, not commenting, but that's what it is right now. Now let's hear about some equal rights thing going on this week in the U.S. In NYC, 3 black women were accused of being prostitutes in a fancy hotel. They were a lawyer and 2 educators. At the Miss America pageant, a contestant was asked to comment on the recent domestic violence scandals, but she was asked to judge the victim and not comment on the perpetrator's actions. Not so good. In tipping positions, all tipping positions, women make noticeably less than men. And in dress codes across the country, girls feel that they unfairly focus on females, kind of like distracting girls from their education so they don't distract boys from their education. And that's some of the news in the headlines. A little bit, just a little bit of news in the world on September 19th, 2014. Have a happy weekend.